let's move on to Devante Parker. We're on the wide receiver position already. Here we are.
Let's receive him.
Let's receive wide receiver position. We got Devante Parker first. This is your boy, Devante Parker. I mean, like you said earlier when we were talking about Tua Tagovailoa, Devante Parker is on a team that is throwing the ball a lot. And I want that guy on my team.
Yeah. I mean, he's 45% or more available. I think he was like 85% available on the NFL app. One thing I've realized is that the people on the NFL app aren't probably the dumbest fantasy players. I'm just going to say it. I'm sorry. If you're on the NFL app, I'm not saying you're dumb, but I would say majority of the people who are on the NFL app are not the savviest fantasy football players. So
yeah.
The percentages are just always all over the place. I mean, it's like even like a guy like Elijah Mitchell, who I kind of wanted to throw on here again, he's still 40% available on NFL app, and I just don't understand like why.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's just been balling the last couple of weeks, but I digress on that. But yeah, Devante Parker comes out finally healthy. That's always been his biggest knock on Devante Parker is his, like as Dre would say, the best ability. Availability, and Devante Parker has struggled with that throughout his career, always battling nagging injuries here and there, but comes out, gets you 8 catches, 85 yards on 11 targets. I mean, you love seeing that right out the gate. There were some rumors or speculation that they were going to shop Devante Parker. I mean, obviously there are the Deshaun Watson rumors there, so could it have been like a Tua and Devante Parker plus
right.
a first-round pick, second-round pick, whatever it is? Could he be part of like a package deal to get Deshaun Watson? Maybe. So I was actually talking to my brother off air about it. But, was this their ability to showcase Devante Parker? Basically showing the other 31 teams like, hey, this guy's on the trading block, and look what he just did. Like, this is what he's capable of doing. So this is what we're asking. Come get him,
Right.
So I don't know if that's a possibility. Basically they're just shopping him and premiering him, basically is what I'm saying, what he could do. But, if he is on the field next week for the Miami Dolphins, I do like Devante Parker, especially as a flex option. I just said earlier how the Texans give up the third highest yards per pass attempt. Devante Parker, 10.6 yards per catch last week. That's kind of what he is. He's a big catch, big play guy. So, yeah, I love me some Devante Parker as long as he's healthy and he can stay on the field.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy. Hello there. Hey, listen, right now, I know we talk about him a lot, but Underdog Fantasy, it has a really good deal right now. It's a player pick'em app. It's a DFS app. It's very similar to DraftKings or FanDuel, but this is better. It's brand new, very easy to use interface. But if you download the app right now and use promo code AVG, they used to hook up with $10 with your first deposit. Right now, they're matching you up to $100. So if you put $100 in the app right now on your first deposit, you will get an extra $100 to play around with. They got player pick'ems. You can even do a private match inside Underdog Fantasy. It's pretty dope. So you can challenge people and whatnot. You don't have to maintain a team for all year. So you can just draft your team, play that week, draft the next team next week. You could do it daily in a Thursday night game as well. So go check it out. Tons of prizes. Free $100. Come on, sign up. It's the best. And use promo code AVG. Now back to your video. Which is, yeah. Hopefully they don't trade him.
Guy's just never open. He's never open.
But he's open.
But he's he makes these catches where it's just he just out jumps people. He just, I don't know.
Did you see, by the way, before we move on to the next wide receiver, did you see the Steelers? We tried to fake kick it.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
And that's how you get your kicker killed.
Yeah, and literally, it was bad. It was bad. Let's move on to Kadarius Toney, my favorite man, even though he hasn't played in a while. But we'll see if he plays tonight. It's game time decision. Still no real news on that.
He's playing tonight.
Oh, he's playing?
Yeah.
Okay, here we
go. I got an alert saying he's playing
Nice.
tonight. So, like I said, we're recording this Monday before the Monday Night Football game. So if you see this Tuesday and the Monday night game is over, this is why we are talking like this.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we could just predict what we think for tonight. Maybe this might look stupid tomorrow. Maybe.
Hey.
Yeah. Cut it out.
It's called predictions.
But Sterling Shepard's back in. So I think that obviously affects it a little bit because Kadarius Toney was kind of like the sole man back when he had the big game against Dallas. But I still think Kadarius Toney, you don't have a big game like that. You don't have in the game afterwards before when he got hurt, he was doing well on like the first drive. He had 3 catches for 36 yards
in 6 snaps.
And in 6 snaps. So I mean that makes it even better. So it's not as if this guy, he just makes things happen. I'm tired of talking about it, to be honest. And there's some people like in the comments. Oh my gosh, Trey. There's some people in the comments.
He's calling you right now. He's like, dude, do I start Kadarius Toney or not?
There's some people in the comments like trying to figure out whether or not to pick him up. They don't know. They're like, oh, I don't think so, arguing with me. I mean, it's just watch the tape. Watch the guy. He's not going to be a 4-stringer, which someone commented. It's like that's not. You don't have that happen, and then you all of a sudden you put this guy down. He's very talented. So, prediction, I'm going to say 8 catches on 9 targets for 69 yards on 110 yards and a touchdown.
Nice. I'll say Toney finishes with 6 for 89 and a touchdown.
Why'd you pick 89 also?
Because his numbers.
That's what I picked. I picked 8 for 9.
I'm thinking that's too low though, because I mean I don't know. This game should be like a shootout. That's what you're thinking on paper.
That's why I said 110 yards.
But yeah, I mean it's gonna be him. It's gonna be Shepard. It's gonna be Darius Slayton on the outside. Evan Ingram just is non-existent. I don't know why. Devontae Booker's. I'm not worried about him stealing a ton of targets either. So if Danny Dimes and the Chiefs are gonna want to keep up with the Danny Dimes and the Giants, are going to want to keep up with the Chiefs, they're going to have to utilize a guy like Kadarius Toney to get some points on the board. So, yeah, I love Kadarius Toney. He's definitely, I think he was like 50% available right now in some of the leagues. Like after tonight or after, people are going to be trying to get him, basically is what I'm trying to say.
It's Monday Night Football, too. Yeah. You got to think. Like, it's Monday Night Football. This is going to – and if you – I really –
as long as he stays healthy and he plays the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, injuries, you can't predict that. But
yeah. But, yeah. Hopefully you listened to us previously.
Yeah.
And hopefully the Sage as well. Let's go on to the next
one. Like me.
Yeah, exactly. Go on to the next wide receiver. You look like Ash Ketchum with that hat. Let's go on to that.
All these free agents, dude. I'm trying to catch them all.
Let's go on the wide receiver.
You know who I'm not trying to catch? Randall Cobb.
You're okay?
Not trying to catch him. No.
Robert Tonyan out now?
Nah, I'm good on that, dude.
You good on Randall Cobb?
Yeah, I'm good on that, and it's because
we talked about starting him last week though.
Oh yeah,
just in that situation.
Dolphinitely. Yeah, that was a good start with Lazard and Devontae Adams out. We did like Randall Cobb being Rodgers' go-to guy.
But that was why.
But Devontae Adams supposed to come back. Allen Lazard supposed to come back. MVS probably going to come back as well. Tonyan does go down, but I mean Rodgers has never really been known to hyper target the tight end position. So. Maybe the Packers make a move, a place, if the Dolphins do move on from Devante Parker, I would love to see Devante Parker go to the Packers because I would love to see what he could do with Aaron Rodgers in this offense. I think it'd be insane, but that's just a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I just think, he gets you 2 touchdowns on like 3 or 4 catches. That type of efficiency is just insane. I'm not expecting that again. It wasn't like he was hyper targeted and he got you like 8 catches, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. No, he got you like 3 catches, 15 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I'm not in on this. I think it was like a 1-week wonder. And if you started him, good for you. Good spot start for the week. But going forward, I'm not going to be jumping on this Randall Cobb hype train.
Yeah, I think it's just the inconsistencies for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's in my veins, dude. Anyways, let's go on to the next one here. We got Hunter Renfrow. I feel like we've talked about him in a lot of waiver wire episodes. What are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I just don't get it.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's because I'm congested. I know I sound congested. I apologize for that.
Why?
Dealing with some sinus. I think I have a sinus infection.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe that's it. Maybe people can't understand me because of my sinuses and I'm sounding congested here. But Hunter Renfrow needs to be added. I don't understand it.
And PPR, the thing is it's PPR leagues.
PPR, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yep. PPR leagues. But I mean, Hunter Renfrow, 10 or more PPR points in 6 of the 7 games. I mean, the safest of safe floors in any, out of any receiver probably. It's just insane. I was just looking at his target totals and stuff like that and what he's on pace for, but he's on pace for 123 targets, 92 receptions. So any player that can get you 90 catches needs to be on a roster. I mean, that's just there's not a ton of players out here getting 90 catches, you know?
Yeah.
He's on pace to get just shy of under 1,000 yards, like 970, I believe it was. So, yeah, go out and get Hunter Renfrow. Like I said, maybe you're stacked across the board and you're just like, hey, I just need a flex player or, a third wide receiver. Or if you're in a double flex league and you're just like, dude, I just need some guy who's going to get me 10-plus points. Like, it doesn't have to be 20, 30 points. Like, I just want a guy who's going to come out here, get me 10, 12, 15 points on a consistent basis. Nothing flashy. Lunch pail guy, as we say. That's Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hunter Renfrow, not a bad move, grabbing him. I'm behind on these highlights. I keep doing that. But, yeah.
I mean, we're getting to the point where it's like, I know Marvin Jones is a big name. Laviska Shenault, just a couple guys. Give me Hunter Renfrow over those guys. Give me Hunter Renfrow over – I'm trying to think of some guys now. Give me Hunter Renfrow over Tim Patrick. I know I talk about Tim Patrick a lot. Give me Hunter Renfrow over – just throw some names out.
Corey Davis?
If you want safe consistency, give me Hunter Renfrow over Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Corey Davis can get you that 20 burger, but if you – Corey Davis could also get you 2 for 23 or whatever it is.
Hunter Renfrow over, I don't know, Randall Cobb?
Hunter Renfrow over Randall Cobb. There's Hunter Renfrow over a lot of guys. Hunter Renfrow over – give me Hunter Renfrow over Allen Robinson. Give me Hunter Renfrow over Mooney. Give me Hunter Renfrow over –
Hey, by the way, it felt good. It felt good to stop playing or not play Allen Robinson and be okay with it.
Give me Hunter Renfrow over any Patriots receiver. Give me Hunter Renfrow over –
yeah,
he's like a top 30 receiver, and he's just chilling on the waiver wire. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Let's move on to the last one here. We got Rashod Bateman, the Baltimore Ravens wide receiver. We talked about him last week. Obviously, the Ravens were on bye in week 8, so he may have been dropped in some leagues. People on bye weeks and whatnot. Go grab Baltimore Ravens Rashod Bateman. Is that what we're telling people? I'm not. I don't. You know me. I'm not sold on Ravens receivers ever with Lamar Jackson just running the ball a lot. But that's just me.
Yeah, this is more of a grab and stash.
Sure.
I still want to see more. We've only seen 2 games, 6 targets in each game so far for the rookie out of Minnesota. But, they took him in the first round, so obviously they want to incorporate him and utilize him into the offense. So grab and stash play for me. Be a week early instead of a week late, as we say. If he comes out and he has a monster game next week, he's going to be a hot commodity. But if you just go get him now before he has that blow-up game, you got him on your bench. And maybe he turns into something. Maybe he doesn't. So just a name to monitor and keep an eye on.
I will say, yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say. Lost it. But,
what a sleeper. Bless you.
Sorry.
I thought you were about to hit the sleeper.
I sneezed on the last episode and someone commented, they're like, bro, don't die on us. We need you. And I was like, thanks. Did you like that video? No, not the one of Big Ben completely eating shit when nobody even touched him. I'm talking about our fantasy football video we just did. You just watched. Well, guess what? That was just a clip from the full audio podcast. So if you want to check out the whole thing, links down below. AVG Fantasy Football Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, all of them. Anywhere you can get audio podcasts, we're there. Go ahead and check it out. And if you don't want to look at your fantasy team to look the way Big Ben does right here, wait for it. Come on, replay. This is your fantasy team. But that won't be your fantasy team if you subscribe to AVG Fantasy Football. So go ahead, subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to the channel and like.